Hello and welcome to CKE 10,000 Gaming Channel. In this video, we'll be looking at my Weiss Schwarz Dengeki Bunko 30th Anniversary 8-bar deck profile. Keep in mind, Dengeki Bunko is a large set. There's a kind of variety of cards you can play test and try out. There's multiple climax combos at different levels you can use and mix and match to see what fits your playstyle the best. These videos are kind of to help give you a general outline, starting point maybe to build around or build on top. But yeah, up to you to really try it out, the set for yourself, and find which class combos you like the best. So this video will be part 4 of the Dengeki Bunko deck profiles, and it will be the final one. The first 3 should have already been uploaded, which was my gate choice build, 8 gate build, and 8 standby build. And this will be the 8-bar build. So without further ado, let's take a look at the cards. So I'm running 3 copies of the Yellow Brainstormer. Journey to the Royal Capital, Jess and Pig. It's a salvage brainstormer that has a on climax play rearrange top 2 effect. 3 copies of Cold Calling Hero Emmy. During your turn it gets 1k power, and its second effect is a Ricky, which helps get you your level 1 combo. Then I'm running 2 copies of Pure Sister Index. First effect is Rico, second effect is it power pumps another character for 1000 power. Then running 4 copies of Girlfriend and Swimsuit Assay. During your opponent's turn, if your stock is 3 or less, this gets +1 level and +1500 power, and it runs to fight. So it's a chaser. Running 3 copies of Course 2 students, Mikihiko and Mizuki. Has a downside for the first effect, which is all your characters can't side. And the second effect is Helmet effect, which is, discard a card, sack this, salvage a Dengeki Bunko character. Then I'm running 4 one-ups. I'm running 1 copy of Hyper Hardworking Girl Minori. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, pitch a card. If you do, salvage a Dengeki Bunko character, and then choose one of your other Bunko characters to get 1000 power. And when this card becomes reversed in battle, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's 2 or higher, you can return this card back to your hand. 1 copy of What If Story Kuroneko. On play, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a 1 or higher, add it to your hand, and then you can discard a card. And the second effect is a drop search effect. So on play, pay 1, pitch a card, search your deck. Ring To Reach Kindness Shoko. When this card is placed on stage from your hand or put into the stage from your waiting room, put from the stage into your waiting room, you can discard a climax. If you do, choose 1 Dengeki Bunko character or adolescent character in your waiting room to return it to your hand. So if your bar flood of bar axes, on play you can do it, on death you can do it. And then 1 copy of Prominence Nico. On play, this card from hand, this card gets +1500 power. And second effect is a climax swap effect. Then running 2 copies of Destiny Record Kuroneko. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, if you have another Dengeki Bunko character, this card gets +2000 power. And when this card attacks, if a climax with the gold bar and its trigger icon is in your climax area, you can draw a card and then discard a card. So filter effect, and has power. Running 2 copies of First Time Confessing ISA. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can return 2 characters to your deck and shuffle your deck. If you do, this card gets +1000 power and the following ability until end of turn. When this card attacks, you can pay 1 to double trigger check. And when this card attacks, if you have 3 or more other characters, you can choose 1 of your characters, and that character gets +2000 power until end of turn. So could be 7k. Double trigger check. Running 4 copies of your level 1 plus and climax combo, which is Arrow Manga Sensei Sagiri. During your turn, this card gets +1000 power, and the climax combo is when this card attacks. If a story about creation and love in your climax area, and you have 3 or more other characters, look at top 3 cards of your deck, choose 1 Dengeki Bunko character from one of them, reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, put the rest into your waiting room, choose 1 of your other Dengeki Bunko, choose 1 of your Dengeki Bunko characters, and that character gets +1000 power until end of turn. So with Climax, it could be 75. And top 3 grabs a character. Bring 2 copies of Temporary Lovers Kyosuke and Kirino. Has 2 continuous effects. The first is if there is a gold bar in the trigger icon in your Climax area, and your other life counseling Kirinos and all your zones get treasure bar in its trigger icons. And continuous assist, all your characters in front of this card gets plus X power, X equal to that character's level times 500. The Kirino that level 2 is supporting is your level 3 finisher. And the idea is if you don't have any copies, well, if you want, these have gold bar trigger icon when this is on the stage. And if you're in these copies, if copies of the level 3 are in your waiting room, you can play the ISA to return them to your deck. And then when you trigger check these, and this is on the stage, they have gold bars, so these cards return back to your hand from the deck. So that's how you can set up for your level 3. Then running 2 copies of Wonderful Meeting Muramasa. When this card's battle opponent goes reversed, if there is a Climax in your Climax area, you can search your deck for up to 1 Dengeki Bunko character, reveal it to your opponent, and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. And has a auto resonate effect. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay the cost to resonate, which is reveal Arrow Manga Sensei Sagiri, which is the level 1 combo. If you do, this card gets plus 6,000 power. So on play, resonate to get 6,000 power, and then any Climax card gets reversed, you can search your deck. So good tech card here. 1 copy of the early play change punish backup that sends it to clock, and then 1 copy of Junior and Senior Tatsuya Mayumi. When this card is placed on stage for hand, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Dengeki Bunko character, you can choose 1 character in your opponent's center stage to minus 6,000 power until end turn. And when this card gets reversed, if this card's battle opponent is higher than your opponent's level, you may put that character to the bottom of your opponent's deck. So it usually helps to get rid of 2 threats or 2 problem cards. And I'm running 4 copies of the finisher, Life Counseling Kirino. On play, it heals. And when this card attacks, if Argument Between Friends is in your Climax area and you have 2 or more other characters, you can look at 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck, choose up to 2 cards from among them, put them on top of their deck in any order, and put the rest into your waiting room. And then you can pay the cost, which is discard 3. If you do, this card gets the following ability until end of turn. At the end of this card's attack, you may deal 2 damage to your opponent. So Climax combo, you can for sure look at the top 2, rearrange or whatever. It'll attack for 3, and then you can also pay the cost to get that effect. You don't have to though. And discarding 3 is really expensive. I don't really see you getting more than 2 copies off a game unless, yeah. So it's probably 8 to get 2. Anyways, I'm running 2 copies of the early play that gets power for each character in your opponent's backstage. And on play from hand, you can discard a card to choose 1 card in your clock to return to hand. So heals to hand. Running 2 copies of Palm Top Tiger Taiga. During this card's battle, all players cannot play backup from their hand, and on play from hand, you can pay 1 stock. If you do, you can stock wash your opponent, or you can do the deal 1, get 2,000 power effect. Then running 1 copy of Fashion Model Amy or Ami. If your waiting room has 2 or less cards, you can early play this. During your turn, this card gets plus 2,000 power, and during the turn that this card is placed on stage from your hand, when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if you have 2 or more other characters, you can choose 2 Dengeki Bunko characters in your waiting room and return them to your hand. Then I'm running 4 copies of A Story About Creation and Love, which is your gold bar Climax card for your level 1 Climax combo, and running 4 copies of Argument Between Friends, which is your level 3 Climax combo. Alright, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, check EncoreDecks.com in the link below to see an overview deck build. Hopefully the 4 Dengeki Bunko deck profile videos giving you some insight into the set. And yeah, have fun playing and enjoy deck building.